Hola. Sí, sí. Oh, gracias. I had to use some common sense, man. Welcome to my channel. This is Nomadic J. I am in Playa del Carmen. I am headed to Cozumel today. Actually waiting at the pier for the next boat to show up. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, click that notification bell for the next video. I arrived early. It's about 8:30. I'm trying to catch the 9 o'clock ship or ferry. Not sure how soon I was supposed to be here. I've heard about long lines. And I didn't want to take any chances, so I arrived here and hardly no one here, actually. So I think early, I don't know what's the best time to come, how early to come, but I know for 9 o'clock, I figured I didn't want to take any chances. So I arrived at 9:30. So let me flip around here. Yeah, that's what I meant to show you this. This is what I was trying to show you, though. Hardly no one here. It's kind of empty. The flight, the ferry is 4:55 round trip. I took Windjet, that's 2. Can't think of the other name right now, the other one, but I got images in the video. One, they don't pretty much sail the same day. So you almost take one day, and then if you need to go the next day, then you take the other one. So in other words, they alternate on days. You can't use one ticket to ride the other. The other one is more expensive too. So not sure why. Maybe it's more luxurious ferry as opposed to this one. So anyway, so yeah, I'm gonna take you with me to Cozumel, check it out a little bit, spend a little time there, and come back. So I hope you come with us. All right. It's funny, as soon as I said there was nobody here, all of a sudden a huge line just popped up. Wow. This is what can happen. People get off a bus and on a ride. All right, this is the ferry that I'm riding on. It's a nice ferry. Those people are coming back. I guess they must have took the 8 o'clock ship. So So we arrived at Cozumel around 9:50. We left Playa del Carmen around 9:10. We didn't leave exactly at 9 o'clock. We left at 9:10. So we arrived there. Now we at the terminal, the ferry terminal. And when you walk through the terminal, you're gonna find just tons and tons of vendors, trying to sell you something. Mostly, car rentals, mopeds, Jeeps, golf carts, tours. Not vendors selling clothes, stuff like that. Just mostly just, tours and vehicles to get around. So just be prepared for that. I mean, it's hordes of them, lots of them, and they're not as bad as when you arrive at Cancun Airport, which is a nightmare because they're hollering at you, as soon as you walk through the door. So it's not that bad. So let's talk about Cozumel. Where is Cozumel? I mean, it's an island, of course. It's located just off the northeast coast of Mexico, Yucatan Peninsula. I mean, it's directly across from Playa del Carmen, and it's, of course, about an hour and a half from Cancun Airport. It's located on the Mesoamerican Barrier Reef, which is considered the second largest coral reef system in the world. I mean, it's also a perfect spot for turquoise Caribbean waters, white sand beaches, and world-class diving and snorkeling. This is definitely the island life. When is the best time to visit Cozumel? Well, the tropical climate in Cozumel is quite predictable, and it easy to make plans year-round. Without much of a temperature difference throughout the year, the average temperature is about 83, although today it's about 79, 80. As you can see, it's mostly cloudy. Sun peaks in and out, but it's been kind of mostly cloudy. Partly cloudy, mostly cloudy though. Now the hurricane season is the part you have to pay attention to. The peak season actually is January through April. It's perfect weather, but it's also the highest influx of tourists. If you're not a people person, this is something you may want to consider because it's crowded during that period of time because it's the best time of the year to travel because of the weather. May through October is the hottest and most rainy months of the year, but still plenty of sunshine and fantastic warm water for snorkeling and diving. So if snorkeling and diving your thing, then you want to come when it's warm water. Because, I mean, if you're in the water anyway, the rain is probably not going to make that big of a difference. And, of course, November to December, I mean, it's actually November now. The autumn, winter months are considered by many to be the best time to visit Cozumel. And I can believe that because, I walked around, at least in the main square area, and I could imagine what it's like when it's super hot during the summertime. But it was perfect. I mean, I walked around for a few hours, and I don't think I broke a sweat. So, like they said, the hurricane season has passed by this time, and the humidity is low. I mean, I didn't feel any humidity. But it can get a little chilly at nighttime, in the evening and nighttime. And I can believe that because today it wasn't chilly, but it was like a little breeze. And if it maintained like that all day, in the evening time, I can see it getting a little chilly at night. So I think bringing some type of light jacket might be actually thing to do, especially if you come that time of the year. Now, getting there and around, obviously by air, there's numerous daily flights directly from Dallas, Atlanta, Houston, Charlotte, and Miami. Or you can always connect through Cancun, by flying either American Airlines, United, Southwest, Frontier, and Sun Country, all from the United States, of course. Obviously in Cozumel, taxis are no longer allowed to pick up at the airport, but there are a few other shuttles you can book at the airport near the kiosks of people selling timeshares. Now, of course, obviously, if you're in Playa del Carmen, ferry is the only way. It's a 40-minute ferry ride, which is about right. And there are two ferry companies, WindJet, which is the orange ferry that I rode on, and Ultramar. They offer passenger-only service to and from the island for $8 to $13 one way and $17 to $25 for a round trip. Of course, you can catch the ferry from the Playa del Carmen ferry terminal, which is about 3 blocks away from the ADO
bus station where buses from Cancun arrive. Uh, Here's some important thing to notice about the ferries, though. The two ferry companies often operate on different days, and sometimes their website are inaccurate. So for this reason, I read somewhere that suggests that you do not book ferry tickets in advance. Instead, just pick up your ticket on the day when you arrive at the terminal, ferry terminal. I mean, you may have to wait in line, but it's better to have it than having unusable tickets. I mean, I knew I was going to go out on a Wednesday, so I bought my ticket on a Monday. Now, keep in mind, I bought it with WinJet. That means that the next day, WinJet, because they alternate, didn't go out. So every other day, I had the opportunity. I think I was told you have 6 months to use those tickets. So it's not like you buy tickets and you have to use them that day. So, but there's a term limit, but you got plenty of time to use them. You know what I mean? So there's no hurry to get to use them that day. Now, obviously, if you own the island by car, is probably the easy and best way. You can rent a vehicle by making the most convenient choice for getting around the island, and of course, that depends on how much you're planning to explore or plan on doing. I mean, it's easy and it's an affordable option. Obviously, you just got to talk to the rental car agency and kind of negotiate a price, but and there's plenty of them out there. So, and the roads around the island are fairly straightforward and safe, so you won't have any problem getting around. Of course, you can always go by taxi, but that's the most expensive way to get around. You can easily flag them down in town, or of course they can be called to your hotel if you're staying in a hotel. Costs can add up. I'm telling you. I mean, the cost can really add up. From one spot to the next could be $35. I mean, it's not cheap to ride a taxi. I mean, that's how they really make their money. But obviously, if you push for time and don't want to rent a car or anything like that, just make sure you discuss the prices in advance, of taking a ride so you don't get overcharged. And of course, there are a lot of people who ride by cruise ship. I mean, if you notice in the video, you will see a cruise ship or so. So, things to do in Cozumel. Obviously, you go shopping. This is kind of like a little shopping mall. And most of it's just souvenirs. There's no really department stores. Most of us souvenirs. In fact, some of the stores are called souvenirs. Yeah, so you can just do that. You can visit the wild east side of the island. You can go diving. Cozumel is well known for its scuba diving and proximity to numerous top diving sites. So you can always do that. Of course, you can spend a day at the beach club. The west side of Cozumel has incredible sparkling turquoise waters and numerous beautiful beaches. There are several fantastic beach clubs where visitors have access to sandy beaches, swimming pools, ocean restaurants, beach bars, sun lounges, water activity, and more. Most of this is not free, unfortunately. They typically range from $10 to like $65, depends on the beach club. So that's something you may want to do. You can take a tour with a local. Take your vacation in Cozumel to the next level by taking a tour with a local. There's nothing quite like getting the inside experience with people who live here and love all the island has to offer. You can probably find many ways, to do that if you want to kind of do it local. Of course, you can always go snorkeling. The water off the coast of Cozumel is world famous, so jump in. There are numerous snorkeling locations where you can simply enter from the shore, or you can take a boat tour out to the incredible reefs. If time is short, a shallow reef snorkel tour may be the perfect way for you to experience the underwater experience. So I knew I was just coming here to check out the town. I'm in Playa del Carmen. I really enjoyed there, and it's a lot of things to do there. But if you come here to snorkel or dive, then you probably want to go ahead and do those things ahead of time. So, what else to do? You can also visit Punta Sur Ecological Park. The southern point of the island is a sprawling nature reserve known as Punta Sur. It's one of the best places to see the island. Of best natural habitat. So, you know, if you really into that type of stuff, and of course you can always go on a Jeep tour. You know, the cars can't go everywhere. There's number paved roads around the island, but there's still a lot of dirt roads. So there's a lot of things to do. You know, again, I was there for a few hours to enjoy the island. It's beautiful. If I come back, I will have more plans to do other things. So look at that, it's just gorgeous. So that's pretty much Cozumel. When you gonna book your trip? So anyway, I am now heading back. I'm back on the ferry. Of course, I was in Cozumel for a few hours, so I had a really good time. So I rode the bottom. When I went there, I went on the top. I rode back on the bottom. The bottom was cool. It seemed faster in the bottom. You know, it seemed like you're going faster than you do on the top. Didn't have any sickness, you know what I mean? So it was actually a pretty cool trip to ride back. I noticed a lot of people had BART bags going there and coming back. You know, I didn't think it was that bad. I mean, I've been on ferries before where I'm sick. I don't throw up, but I'm feeling like I'm sick. Didn't have any problem on this particular ferry, so it was a good trip back. I really enjoyed myself. Definitely would like to come back in the future.
Just like that, I am back from Cozumel. Had a nice little ride back on the ferry. It was a good trip. Again, thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, click that notification bell for the next video, and I will see you in the next video. Thank you for watching.